Is this true? I just came across an article that states that Republicans are pushing a bill that'll give presidents immunity from political persecution. Are Republicans really worried about presidents, or is it just another ploy to save Trump? Stay with us as we try to find out in this video.
Donald Trump thinks presidents should be allowed to commit crimes. Rubbish. Trump claims that, quote, a president of the United States must have full immunity from prosecution for any crime committed while in office. His lawyers even claim that a president could be immune from prosecution for having a political opponent assassinated. Trump says that anything less than total immunity would, quote, incapacitate every future president. Baloney. It would incapacitate him. He's the only president who's been criminally charged with trying to orchestrate a violent coup. Trump wants to turn the U.S. president into a supreme ruler who's not bound to the same laws that everybody else is.
Yes, you heard it right. Presidents are above the law. I know it seems like something straight out of an Iranian flick, but sadly, it's true. According to the AboveTheLaw.com article, the president would not be held accountable for anything he does during his tenure, even after he leaves the office. I think what they're trying to propose is something like a dictatorship.
A dictatorship is a form of government in which all the power lies within one person. Some power can be shared with others close to the dictator, but the overwhelming majority of power resides with that one person. Dictatorships are notorious for being scary, evil.
Republicans are planning to bring a new bill to give presidents immunity. The argument from the Republican side is that presidents need to be protected from political persecution. This came right after ex-president Donald Trump was indicted on 34 charges for falsifying business records. The indictment didn't sit well with Trump and his party members. In fact, most party members, including Trump, felt that the indictment was unlawful. Take a look at what Mr. Trump said right after the indictment.
This was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial.
Yes, Mr. Trump thinks that the trial was rigged and disgraceful, and his party members share the same sentiment. Take a look at this briefing.
Good morning. Last week's verdict in New York shows how corrupt, rigged, and un-American the weaponized justice system has become under Joe Biden and Democrats. The facts are clear. This was a zombie case illegally brought forward by a corrupt prosecutor doing Joe Biden's political bidding in a desperate attempt to save Joe Biden's failing and catastrophic campaign.
So that's the common sentiment among the Republican Party. They all feel that the verdict was wrong, and most of the Republican leaders want to retaliate against the verdict. They want to take out the rage, and one of Republican leaders, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, went as far as to say that we should use the power of the purse to hold New York accountable. Take a look at this clip.
What should, now that Trump, this conviction for Trump, what should the Speaker do in retaliation over this conviction?
The Speaker of the House is one of the most powerful people in the country. We control the budget. We control the power of the purse. If Speaker Johnson actually supports President Trump like he claims, he should stop the special counsel, Jack Smith, and we should be using the power of the purse to hold New York accountable for the sham convictions against President Trump.
Wow, those are dangerous words. Fortunately, not everyone agrees with Marjorie's methods. Russell Fry has decided to use a more elaborate and permanent method to retaliate. Russell Fry has introduced the No More Political Prosecutions Act of 2023. The act would attempt to amend the 28th U.S. Code 1442, the federal removal statute, allowing former presidents and vice presidents to have all civil and criminal cases against them tried in federal court. What Fry probably forgot is that Mr. Trump has already tried to move his New York prosecution to federal court, and the court has turned him down. Most Americans have seen the new bill as manipulative. One of the Reddit users stated that they're hoping to move those charges to the federal level where Trump, if he wins the election, will try to pardon himself if he's found guilty. The bill faces several other problems as well. Even if the House were to pass the bill, it doesn't stand a chance of being considered in the Democrat-controlled Senate, let alone signed into law by President Biden. Furthermore, the bill sets up a wrong precedent. It makes up a class that cannot be held accountable for their actions. Let's take a look at what happens to countries whose leaders consider themselves above the law.
At the top of Iran's power hierarchy is the supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. His sweeping mandate extends in every direction to the military, judiciary, religious affairs, media, and even nuclear policy. He also appoints clerics to an influential body called the Guardian Council. Now, it's charged with protecting the Constitution. It controls all elections and determines who can run for parliament and the presidency.
So basically, Ayatollah is above the judiciary, parliament, military, and media. He's above reproach and can't be tried under any laws or courts. Now we all know what Iran is like. Unless we want America to turn into Iran, this bill should not be approved. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.